Hey guys, I just wanted to spend a minute with you and inform you, tell you what to expect as we're going through the mortgage loan process. So here we go. Briefly, so it's typically about a 20-day process from start to finish. So how it works up front is my clock begins whenever you get your property under contract. Once you get it under contract, the realtor will email me a copy of the contract. I'll input all the information from the contract and I'll prepare disclosures. That's the name of the what we call the documents that I need for you to sign. So I will meet with you face to face, or we can do it electronically. You can do electronic disclosures. You're going to sign all the paperwork, and you're also going to do a credit card authorization so I can order your appraisal. Once I get back your paperwork signed, that's when my clock begins. So that's day one. So what I do as soon as I get your loan, all your documents signed, and I have all the required documentation together, I'm going to give you over my LP2, my loan partner. And what they do is they're going to scrub your file. They're going to make sure all the documents are in there, make sure everything matches what's in the system, make sure your bank statements line up right, make sure your income lines up right. Then they're going to hand your file over to, once they've racked it and stacked it and put everything in order the way it needs to go, they're going to hand it over to the setup team. What setup does is they order the appraisals, the termite, not the termite, they order the appraisal, their title work, verification of employment, request copy of your tax transcripts. They do all the verifications, verify your rent, that you made your payments on time. And then once they've ordered everything, they hand it over to the processing team. The processing team, once again, goes through the file, racks it and stacks it, make sure all the documentation is in there. If they need anything else, they will reach out to you with an email and let you know that, hey, we still need X, Y, and Z documentation to get you turned into underwriting. So usually, setup team will have it about a day to 2 days, 24 hours usually. The processor will have another 2 days. After the processor gets all the information that they need together, they submit it to underwriting. We try all of this process between setup and processing typically takes 2 to 3 days. We also are waiting on all the information to come back, all your verifications to come back, and make sure that everything lines up properly. Once we send it to the underwriting team, the underwriters usually take 3 to 4 days. They're going through it with a fine-tooth comb, and they're making sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. The underwriters get it for 3 to 4 days, and then they will send it back to us, and they'll say, hey, your loan has been approved. It's subject to, we need you to get X, Y, and Z documentation over to us. The underwriters always find something. It's kind of like job security for them. It's like a home inspector goes to a new construction house. He's got to find something wrong with it or he didn't do his job, right? So the underwriter is going to find some sort of documentation required to close a loan. They'll send it back to us and they'll say, hey, gather these documents. We'll get that list to you, and we ask for a quick turn within 24 hours. And we're also gathering all the other information in the background that we need to get the loan processed for closing. We'll resubmit all the documentation back to the underwriter and say, hey, we got everything you needed. And then the underwriter within 2 days will issue us a clear to close. Once they've cleared it and they say, okay, you guys are good to go, then it goes to our funding department. Now what the funding guys do is they prepare all the legal documents and everything. They send it over to the title company, everything they need to close. We call that docs. So they send the docs, and the title company prepares the HUD or the settlement statement, which is all the final numbers that you're going to need to close on the loan. So typically 24 hours prior to closing, I'll reach out to you and I tell you, hey, here's what you're going to need down to the penny. Go to the bank, get a cashier's check made out for exactly this amount. We discuss your monthly payment and your interest rate and all that sort of stuff. We go over everything. The funding department and coordinating with the closing attorney, we ask for 2 days. So we can usually get it done quicker, but they ask for usually 2 days to get the HUD approved from the attorney. The day after that, you guys are ready to close. We'll fund the loan. You get keys in your hand, and you're a new homeowner. So typically throughout the process, there may be bumps in the road, but let's pretend we're flying on an airplane and we're on this journey together, and I'm the captain. I'm going to get you guys there, and I'm going to get you there accurately and as soon as possible. There may be bumps along the path while we're at altitude, but I am going to get you guys to your final destination. So hopefully this explains the process and you have a bit of a better understanding. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know anytime. I really do value you and your business and look forward to taking care of you guys. Thank you so much.